welcome back to another episode to the Moms. I'm your host, Amaris, and this is my co-host, Kathy.
Hey guys.
Today we're going to be talking about things we did as a first-time mom that we will be doing differently as a second-time mom.
Yes.
So
before we dive in, why don't we talk a little bit about how our week has been?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know mine flew by.
Mine flew by too.
So as you guys know, I was at the Catskills last week and I came back Monday. So I think that's what kind of threw me off this week, is that it started off, it was a short week. And then daylight savings, which we're still kind of
getting used
to.
Yeah,
like how are you guys handling that? Because I'm struggling.
Yeah, I feel like nights are getting tough. Like I'm passing out with the kids.
Grace has been falling asleep at 7:30 every night.
See, I'm used to that though.
Okay.
But I'm passing out. Like my kids are kind of fine, but I'm passing out with them, then waking up in the middle of the night to get things done at the house. Earlier in the week, Fane and Cyril, they were waking up like 4 a.m.
We're dealing with that too.
5 a.m.
But then again, Grayson has always done that, so I don't.
That is true.
I feel like daylight savings is affecting me as a person,
yeah,
like not Grace.
Yeah, not my kids. I think my kids are also getting sick, and usually when they wake up in the middle of the night like that, it's signs that they're getting sick or they are sick, and they are sick. They're like very congested.
That sucks.
But I'm
trying to think, what else did I do this week? What did I do?
You had a date.
Oh yeah, so my husband and I, we finally had a date night on, what was it, Wednesday?
Yeah,
it was Wednesday. So it was our first date night since, I want to say May or June. So it's been a while. And Blue, my husband, he took care of like everything. He surprised me with this date. Like he sent me a calendar invite and it was like, oh, date night for the 8th. And I'm like, who's watching Grayson? He's like, oh, I already spoke to your mom. Like everything's taken care of. So we went to this brewery and they were having like it's called Bonsai Bar, the name of the company. So it's a workshop and they're I think they're based out of Connecticut and now they're like going into Philly and Jersey. Wow. And they basically go to breweries and they do their classes there and they teach you how, like everything bonsai, how to take care of a bonsai. They show you how to like repot, clip. It was like such a cool experience and like unlike anything that we've ever done. And then after that, we went out to dinner in our town and had drinks and it was just like the best date night ever.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have date night.
I know, for your anniversary.
For my anniversary, and I talked about the last episode that we were going to go to this Italian restaurant. I was looking forward to it, but my husband caught food poisoning. So that took him out of commission.
But you guys have the worst luck. Like how do these things just randomly happen to you guys? Like that's what I don't understand. Why? You guys are good people.
We are, and you know, food poisoning hits him Monday morning, and
oh my
God, poor guy. He's been sore for days. Like if you ever have food poisoning, like you know.
But you were sick too.
Yeah, so I have GI problems. And it's so freaking annoying. Like certain foods I can't eat and I can't eat. It's not like a gluten intolerance. It's just gas related. So my GI symptoms
and
were
you're
like
lactose intolerant too.
Oh, I'm lactose intolerant too, but like I still eat ice cream. Doesn't matter. But my GI was like flared up, so I was sick. So him and I were just like sick at the same time, trying to recover. He recovered quickly, and I would say
that's good.
Your aunt came over Monday morning and she brought over the counter medication for him, went back home to make this homemade like garlic soup, and that, I swear to God, that cured him.
Wow.
Because the moment, and like
garlic soup. She probably found that off of TikTok or something.
Maybe. Well, I don't know, because it's always this chicken soup with carrots, garlic, I think onions.
Okay. Like a chicken
cilantro, almost like a chicken noodle soup. And every time the kids are sick, I'm like, yo, the kids are sick, I need your help. She's always making that soup, and I swear to God, it cures them.
Wow.
It cures them. So she was, she came over, and she grabbed a bowl and she was making sure Abe was like
Aww.
eat. Abe was like sore, so he's just on the bed
Poor thing.
like this, and she was like feeding him, and so Cirilla's like, "Daddy's sick. Daddy's sick." So while she's kind of taking care of the both of them, I'm like trying to clean up the house a bit with my stomach problems. But he finally recovered, but now he's like extremely sore. Like every muscle hurts him.
Oh man.
So yeah, so we agreed we should not go out on Thursday for our anniversary. Instead, he made udon for the family, and it was nice.
Yeah.
We all sat down. I mean, he and I were sitting on the floor, and the kids were sitting on their toddler table. And we were all eating, and I was like, it's okay. We'll just go out next week when our stomachs are good and enjoy, the Italian
So you
food.
guys will have like a rain check.
Yeah, your aunt already told us to let her know which day and to go. So yeah, that was my week. That was great.
And now we're on like a little mommy's getaway / night out. We've been talking about doing this for so long.
Yeah.
Like just getting away for a night. A night without responsibilities, without having to worry about the bedtime routines. And I know that we were not dreading it this week, but I think like so many things happened this week that it was kind of like
we weren't really excited to plan anything, but I think this morning I was like, I'm so excited.
We didn't even have an itinerary.
Yeah, we didn't.
But we had like the best day
we
today.
Did. It was nice. Like the downtown area that we went to,
I was not expecting to have that much.
It was very quiet too.
Yeah.
It wasn't congested.
Yeah.
It was just nice. The weather was great. Yeah. I didn't wear a jacket, thank goodness.
I know, we had the best Mexican food.
The best Mexican food with fried ice cream.
Yes, and margaritas.
I had a peach sangria. That was so delicious.
Yes.
It was so good. But yeah, it's been a great day.
I know. It's been awesome. But yeah, we're excited to jump into the list. The first one for me, and I'm sure you have this on your list already too, is being hard on myself over breastfeeding.
I did not have that on my list.
No?
I didn't.
I don't think I'm going to be as hard on myself the second time around. Like if it doesn't work, I'm not going to beat myself up for it.
Okay. I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was really hard on myself to the point that it gave me so much anxiety, so much mom guilt, and I refuse to do that to myself the next time around.
Yeah, for me, I think I was so determined to breastfeed and to pump as long as I could.
Yeah.
So I made it work. Okay. But the first time I felt so guilty stopping. Whereas the second time around...
Well, you also had two different experiences completely with Thane and Cirilla.
Right. So I think because he was born premature, I had all that guilt.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was like the other way around. Because you were like, oh, fuck the breastfeeding. Like,
yeah.
With the first one.
Right. And the second one, I was like, no, I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah. So I guess like
doing this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So... buying clothes at Bye Bye Baby.
Scam.
The amount of money I have wasted buying clothes at Bye Bye Baby.
You know, I've never been inside of Bye Bye Baby.
It is beautiful. I will.
Really? I've never gone.
It's beautiful. If you've been into a Bye Bye Baby, you go in and it's just like baby stuff everywhere. Wow. It's so nice. And it's like, oh my gosh, this stuff is so cute. But they're so overpriced.
That's what I hear from everyone, that it's really overpriced. And even online, because I do remember people got us gift cards to Bye Bye Baby, and I bought everything online, but it was expensive. It
was very expensive. The first time around, I never really used like any of the coupons. I kind of was just like, I love my son. Swipe. Never again. When I had my daughter, I only purchased things at Bye Bye Baby at a discounted price. So if I would go on the sale aisle, use the coupons. But once I found the consignment pop-up shops, I'm like, absolutely not. I am shopping here for my kids, for their clothes, for their toys, for everything. And it has been such a game changer financially. So Bye Bye Baby's coming back to certain stores in New Jersey. And of course, my town is opening one up again. But
nice.
Don't shop at Bye Bye Baby. It's so freaking expensive. It's like Bed Bath and Beyond.
Right.
It's so freaking expensive, overpriced. So
I mean, yeah, I could say too, like, I didn't spend too many clothes on Grayson, so I'm going to give a quick little backstory, but when I was pregnant with Liam, my friend Amara, you know, she had a boy first, and he's around the same age as Thane. She gave me all of Max's baby clothes.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
And I am forever grateful for that. But then I remember after I lost Liam, I was like, I'm not going to keep these clothes. Like, she was like, just hold on to them. She was like, you're going to have another boy watch. I'm like, no, like, it's not. Like, what's the point? But I ended up keeping the clothes. So I'm so grateful that I did not have to buy a lot of clothes at all. But I will say I spent way too much money on, like, newborn clothes. I was like, let me just get like a bunch of like these onesies just in case. And Grayson was a big baby. Like, he outgrew those newborn clothes so fast. And yeah, I definitely will not be doing that with my second. I probably won't even be getting clothes from 0 to 6 months, because all of Grayson's clothes for the majority are gender neutral, because we didn't know the gender until the birth. And honestly, babies just don't need a lot. And I feel like the hospital provides you with the basics.
They do.
With a lot of, like, you know, couple onesies and muslin blankets. So
yeah. Which that brings me to another point. What I didn't take everything in the hospital, because I didn't know you could.
Yeah.
So the second time around, I went in my
I
bag.
didn't take as much either. Now looking back, I wish. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know the second time around. Like, I wish I kept the muslin blankets.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
I know, and it smelled like him too. Like, I wish I kept at least one, and I didn't. But I did keep one of the little hats.
Oh yeah, I kept the hats too. I have the one regular for the boys and one that comes with a little bow for Cinderella.
They give you everything, and I remember our nurses hooked it up. Like, I remember before we left, they gave us a bunch of diapers.
Oh, nice.
And formula too, just in case. Yeah, like, I'm talking, I had 2 big bags from the hospital with stuff.
Wow.
They hooked it up for us.
Dude,
yeah,
no, they didn't do that much. But I will say, when I asked for more, like, the nipple cream, they did hook me up, because I was like, it's chapped. I need help. Yeah,
I love that stuff. Going back to the baby clothes, you're gonna laugh at this, and I'm definitely not gonna do this again.
Okay.
But you know, when you wash all the baby clothes, and, like, after when you buy them and you wash them and stuff, I like steam them and iron them. I know.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I color coordinated everything. I know.
Poor baby.
I know. I got too excited. I like, the closet was like all color coordinated, and I also had it like organized by size.
Yeah.
No, bitch. Everything's a mess now. Like,
I would say at your baby shower, when you showed us the room, it did look nice. It looked very well put together.
Yeah, but obviously I'm not gonna do that the second time around. No. It was just like, I had I just wanted everything to be perfect. And,
yeah, you want, but you're also a very, like, clean, organized person too. Yeah. So, like, it's kind of expected for you to do that.
Yeah, but definitely won't be doing that
the second time around. I will say that I just thought about this one. If I were to have another child, what I would do differently is have a nursery room. I don't know if you know. The kids, my kids never had a nursery room.
No, they didn't.
So that's the only part of motherhood that, like, still stings, because we didn't plan a nursery.
And, you know, I'm the opposite right now, because I have that on my list. I spent way too much time decorating the nursery and being worried about having this perfect nursery that, let me tell you something, Grayson doesn't use the fucking nursery. I don't use the nursery. So you know what? Next baby is not going to have a nursery probably.
Okay.
Or I don't even know. I think they're going to be with us. You know what I mean? Like, for the first, I don't know, what is it, 6 months or so? So it's really not that important.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Like, it is nice having that excitement, especially as, like, a first-time mom. Like, doing that for the first time, you know?
Right. Yeah, I did not get that.
Why didn't you do?
Because Thane came early.
I know, but why didn't you decide to do one the second time around?
Because the nursery room was their playroom. So what I did instead, what I didn't do as a first-time mom, that I did as a second-time mom, I made a postpartum room. So the guest room,
I love that.
That was my postpartum room. That was where I was going to nurse. I stood with Cyrilla for the first 3 to 4 months. I had her bassinet there. I had some
Bitch, that's a nursery.
I mean,
that's a nursery.
I mean, I guess, yeah, her playpen was there. It was, okay, so yeah, so maybe I did have a nursery the second time around, but in my eyes, it was my postpartum room. I painted it. I made sure it was all, like, me. I had my sister made paintings for me. My vanity table was there.
Okay. I get you.
It was, like
a self-care room.
It was where I pumped, so I would pump, you know, on my vanity while she like napped and like whatever the case was.
Yeah.
A bed was there, and my husband built our bed. So that was nice, just to have a room dedicated for her and I.
Yeah.
That's nice. It helped with like postpartum a lot. Yeah. It really did.
Don't start crying.
I'm not crying.
Okay. I thought you were about to start crying. I was like, we're not going there this episode.
No, there's no tears.
I wish I had taken more bump photos. I feel like I didn't take enough bump photos.
Oh my gosh. I did a lot of bump photos with Thane and not enough with Cirilla. Like, I barely have any bump.
Really?
Yeah, I barely have any with her. Because I was so busy with
yeah,
the
you don't
toddler.
think you think you have all this time, and then they're here, and then it's like, oh man, I didn't get to do that.
And then it was COVID, so like I wanted to do like a maternity photo shoot, but I couldn't because it was COVID.
Yeah.
So that did suck.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for the next one, definitely I want to be more conscious about taking more, you know, pictures and videos, and even as a baby too. Like I have pictures, obviously, when Grayson was a baby, but I wish I took more videos, you know, like more personal kind of like family style videos.
Yeah.
I wish that I had done more of that.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot.
That's good.
No, I'm happy I do. But it just takes up a lot of space, so
yeah.
A lot of Thane's photos are on Facebook. So what I will say, what I did as the first time mom, but I'm kind of stopping as a second time mom. I posted every photo of Thane online.
I feel like a lot of moms do that.
And then when Cirilla came, I kind of was doing that, and then I fell off because I was like, no one's really checking in on me. No one's really asking me.
Right, you're like, what's the point?
Like what's the point? Why am I giving people to Facebook and the world if no one's really asking? So now I only just send it to family, and they're not going to
I'm the same way.
It, you know, so
I don't. Yeah, I just don't really share Grayson anymore as much as I was in the beginning, and same reason as yours. Like, if people are not reaching out, like, why am I giving them the satisfaction of showing them photos? If anything, it's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be more of a reason for them not to reach out because to them it's like, okay, well, I see the baby online all the time, so why do I have to? Right,
like you guys are okay, so
yeah, it's sad, but that's the kind of that's the world that we live in.
Right.
I put stressing over like the sleep with the baby, like I obsess too much over creating a schedule, like a sleep schedule, tracking the sleep. I kind of low-key still do that, and it's given me a lot of anxiety. And I feel like as newborns, like that should be the least of your worries, and like the whole scheduling thing, because they're newborns.
Yeah.
And I spent just way too much time obsessing over tracking everything too, you know, on the app. It got to a point where like it was like driving me insane.
I think I did that with Thane, where I was like tracking his sleep, and then I came across this sleeping baby account, and I sent it to you, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but she said, don't do sleep schedules or anything when they're a newborn. Pay attention to their pattern.
Their wake windows.
And when they're eating, like, pay attention to those patterns.
And that's what I wish I did more of.
And I did that with Cirilla, and I kid you not, she was able to put herself to sleep because I was able to track her pattern, pretty much know, like, okay, like usually at 9 o'clock she wants a bottle. Let me get that. She needs to be birthed, and then she was down by like 11, and I knew by 1 she would wake up for another bottle, and it worked to the T that she was able to put herself to sleep up until she got COVID, and then like forget it. Like her sleep has been like fucked up since. But it was so great. Whereas Thane, I kind of always had to wake up like, oh, you're hungry, diaper change, and like this and that. So tracking their pattern.
Yeah, I wish I did more of that and less of the
like training.
Yeah. Yeah, I just drove myself insane, like tracking every single thing. Like why am I?
Yeah,
I'd rather much be more like go with the flow, like paying attention, like you said, to their patterns. And yeah, so that will be different next time around, that's for sure. Which kind of goes into the next one a little bit, but co-sleeping. I will not be co-sleeping with my next one.
I said that, and my second one is co-sleeping with us. I said that. Heck, the day that she was born, I cried hysterically.
Oh, maybe I won't say never then, but
don't say never, because I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this ever again. She's gonna sleep by herself. We gotta figure this out.
That's how I feel with, like, if we have another one, I think I'm gonna quote unquote sleep train, like a gentle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it would just, it'll just make everything easier. I feel like, especially with 2, I just, I don't know how you guys do it. What the
We have a queen size bed.
Yeah.
And then a full size bed next to us. So like my son sleeps on the queen, my daughter sleeps on the full. I sleep in the middle of the 2 beds so that when my son wakes up, he can just roll on next to me. And then when my daughter wakes up, she's rolling on next to me. And here I am sleeping on a full size bed with 2 kids like this. And it's just like, it'll end soon. It'll end soon. I keep telling myself that.
This season is really short.
Yeah. Like one day they're gonna wake up and be like, get out of my room.
I know. And I've been trying to, I know. And we have a setup for Grayson in his room. We have a toddler, floor bed situation, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just so nice having him next to me. And like his cuddles are just like the sweetest. Girl, every night, I might cry. Every night before he falls asleep, he looks at me, he grabs my face, and he goes, "Mwah," and then he falls asleep. It is the sweetest thing. Heart. I know. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. Like, he grabs he's like, "Mwah," he gives me a kiss, and then he falls asleep. It's the sweetest. Like, I'm like, you're such an angel. Like, what did I do to deserve this amazing son? I'm like, I need to have him close to me.
That's how you know he's like happy with life.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
I know.
Oh man, that's so
it's so sweet. Oh, that's been his thing lately. Like, oh my god, he's so loving. He just wants to kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss me, kiss his dad and his brother. It's just so sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Snow, I sent you that video.
Yeah. It was and Snow's like, alright.
Yeah, like alright. So yeah, I will say, okay, never say never.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how it'll be with the next one, I guess.
Yeah, you don't. Like, because unless you're gonna sleep train Grayson for him to sleep in his own bed, that's something different. Which with Thane we didn't do.
Yeah,
but
I'm just not ready
to sleep train him.
Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't ready either. That's why Thane was still in my bed, because by the time Silver came, like, I wasn't ready to be like, you gotta go sleep in your own bed.
But then I complain about it, so it's like, you know
what I
mean?
I've learned to just stop complaining about it. I'm just like, it's fine. It's fine.
And we were at his pediatrician appointment because he had it on his 15-month visit on Wednesday. And I was telling this new doctor, because his regular doctor is on maternity leave. But I was telling her how he's like such a bad sleeper, and same with Cirilla. Like, ever since he had caught COVID, like his sleep has never. I feel like that's what messed up his sleep. That is because he was sleeping.
He was
very well, and then he got COVID, and then at 6 months, and then it all went downhill. But I was explaining this to her, and she was like, "You're gonna have to sleep train him," and I'm like, but I don't want to. Yeah. And I told her that we co-sleep and everything. She was like, you need to start putting him in his room. I'm like, but I don't want to.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Damn,
I mean, she said it in a nice way. Like, oh, well, maybe I think it's time that, you know, but it's still on like a, I don't like being told what to do. Because, like, I'm the mom. Yeah. And that bothers me when pediatricians
I wonder if she said that because she's against co-sleeping. Because that's the vibe that, like I get. Because my pediatrician, she, like, knew since he was three months old, and she never said that. She just said, is the bed firm? If the bed's not firm, get a bed that is firm. And then every wellness checkup, she said, don't even bother sleep training him. Let him stay in your bed until he's ready to leave. Yeah. Oh, wow. She was very positive. I would complain to her. I'm like, I want him out. She was like, well, I'm sorry to tell you.
See, our pediatrician's office is very, like they have, like, a whole, like, signs everywhere. Like, of, like, practice safe sleep. Like, they're really big on it. It's like the first thing they tell you when you have, like, your first visit.
Yeah, no, that I didn't get that experience where I'm at. And I was, like, terrified to tell her that we were co-sleeping when he was, like, 3 or, like, 4 months, and she was like, I'm not gonna judge you.
I haven't told Grayson's pediatrician.
Oh, you haven't?
I told the new girl, but I haven't told
her.
But I'm just gonna tell her. I mean, he's old enough now. Like, what is she gonna say?
I know.
What can you? He's old now.
He's old, so it's just like, what?
You know?
Tell me what.
Yeah.
You come over and sleep train.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. I think since then I love her because she did not judge. That's awesome. She was very positive, and I think when he was two years old, she's like, you can get a king size bed, and it's for him. It still will not matter. He wants to be with you guys. He has learned to be with you guys. So don't even bother trying to do it unless you want to break his heart. Like, that ass. Wow. That's what she said. Wow. So she's like, so you might as well get a king size bed. So all of you guys are sleeping comfortably.
I feel like one day they'll just tell you when they're ready. Yeah. That's how it was with my sister.
That's how it literally was with Jasmine.
One day she told my mom, and Bella was young though. She was like 3. I know, 3 or 4 maybe. 4? She told my mom, she was like, I want my own bed and I want my own room. My mom said she bawled when she told her that after that.
Aww. Yeah, no, my sister-in-law, she went out of the bed, I think at 14. 14 years old.
Wait, my brother was like 14.
Oh, really?
I don't want Grayson on my bed until he's 14. No, that's a little much.
I think by 7, you gotta get out. By 7 years old,
you gotta get your life.
Get out. I'm capping it at 7 years old.
Oh, actually, along with the sleep, I spent too much money on, like, I bought a course. Have you heard of the taking care of babies?
I did.
I purchased the fucking course. I spent so much money on different swaddles and all these things. All of these things that I spent money on for what? Nothing worked. Yeah. Like, I truly think that every child is different when it comes to sleep. Some kids are better sleepers than others, and that's okay. You know?
Yeah. Along with sleep and purchasing things for sleep, the outlet.
Oh, did you get that?
I did for Thane. I got that for Thane. I didn't purchase it, and no one from my shower.
I thought about getting that just because I was so paranoid.
It was
as a first-time mom with everything.
I tried to use it on, like, both kids. On Thane, I tried my hardest, but that thing was so fucking loud because his
I feel like it would give me anxiety.
It gave us anxiety. It gave us so much bad anxiety. It went off one time, and I thought that he was losing oxygen, him being premature and having to be fed every hour and burped for like 30 minutes. It's because the sock fell off because his foot was so small. Aww. So from then I was like, take this out. I think it even woke up your aunt, and she was like, what happened? And I'm like, everything's fine. It just didn't work. I did it with Cirilla, and it was like, can't detect. And I was like, fuck this shit. Like, fuck this shit. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather just wake up every hour, every 30 minutes myself to make sure that you're breathing, and that's it. Does it work for some families, and has it helped them? Yes. But in my household, it was a waste of money.
I have a question for you. So, knowing, you know, that you guys also co-slept, in the beginning, like when they were babies or, you know, newborns, even though they were next to you, like, were you still, like, paranoid?
Oh, God, yeah. I was so paranoid, and
I couldn't sleep, I felt like, most nights. I was just constantly worried about something happening to Grayson. Or like, and we practiced Safe Sleep 7. You know, we didn't have any covers. We, you know, I always made sure I did, like, the C, you know, like the C shape, like to
girl, I didn't do Sleep 7. I didn't do Sleep 7. You know what we did? We took the blanket out. Yeah. I was like, no, I don't want him being wrapped. He was even so swaddled with his arms out. Yeah. I slept with long pants and long sleeve shirt, long pants and socks. Me too. We took the pillows out.
That's Safe Sleep 7.
Oh, but I don't know that.
That's what it is. I forgot what the 7 things are, but that's basically what it is. Yeah.
And then we kept them right in the middle.
But I know that there's like a certain way that you're supposed to lay with them, which is like the C like shape or whatever. I don't know.
Well, like fetal position. Yeah. Well, I mean, I sleep like that either way.
Same. So,
Abraham, my husband, doesn't move at all, and he actually likes sleeping at like the corner, like literally the tip of the bed. And I did the same thing, and I just kept opening my eyes.
I was so paranoid. I just kept thinking, I was like, oh my God, like what if I accidentally
like rolled over?
Yeah. I
put myself in a very uncomfortable position.
I thought you were gonna say like mentally or emotionally, but like you're saying physically.
Physically, I put myself in an uncomfortable position that I would have to wake up, check him, and be like, okay, he's fine, and then go back to like that uncomfortable position. Yeah, I purposely like was hurting myself so that I would wake up and make sure he was like okay. Yeah. Now, once he got older, I think by the time he was like 1 or 2, I was like, all right, pills back.
Oh yeah. Now we're pillows good all the way. Yeah. Now it's fine. He kicks me though. Or, like, punches me.
The other night, Fame punched me in the eye. My eye actually still like hurts, like up here.
Sometimes he'll like headbutt me by accident too. Oh my God.
No, sometimes Fame will kick me.
That too.
I'm like, how the hell did your foot get in my face? Oh my goodness. These kids and
So yeah, that.
So yeah. No.
This one kind of goes in hand with the tracking stuff, but I put like following leaps. I don't think I'm gonna follow that shit with the next one. I feel like
I never followed that.
Yeah, I became too obsessed over it, and it gave me. I don't know. It just kind of, how do I say it? It kind of prepared me for the worst, and I feel like that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because I kept looking at these leaps, and it's like I would tell people, like, "Oh my God, this leap is coming, and he's gonna behave this and this." And so I would have these expectations already, how things were gonna be, and like, why would you want to do that to yourself?
Right.
So I'm definitely not gonna be doing that with.
Yeah, I never did that. I did follow like, wow, their sleep is off. Like, why can't my toddler or my child sleep? And I'm like, they're going through a regression. I'm like, the fuck is a regression?
Yeah, I was like really into the sleep regressions.
Yeah. So the second child, I'll be like, oh, it's 3 months. I think the 3 month like sleep regression is like coming.
But although those things those things are actual, like yeah. But I think the leaps go more into that. It's like, oh, your child is gonna have a fussy week this week. It's like it goes into detail. Yes.
Yeah, I never did that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that's just, there's an app called the Wonder Weeks, and I had to delete that shit off my phone because it was just giving me so much anxiety. But the next one, I won't let housework and chores stress me out because I feel like the first time around I was recovering from a C-section, and I just kept thinking like, oh, I need to get better so that I need to vacuum my house. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like laundry, and I'm not going to let that stress me out the next time around.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't let laundry stress me out. I have like 5 clean bags. I'm just going through them.
I'm not. Yeah,
I'm just not gonna stress out about it.
No. And this next part kind of goes in hand with that, but I'm gonna accept more help from my family because I'm a very like I can do it. Like I'm the mom, I'm gonna do it all.
Same.
But you know how many times my brother came over and he was like he would come back into the house with me. He would do the dishes. Yeah, he would throw out the trash. He would walk snow, and I would feel guilty. I'd be like, "No, Adam, like that's it. Like you don't have to." He'd be like, "Kathy, I can come tomorrow," and I'd be like, "No, I don't. It's okay." And fuck that. Like next time, if he wants to, if they want to come to help me, I'm going to gladly accept the help and not feel bad about it because that is one thing I regret and I definitely will not be doing again.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same. Like first time around, I mean, your aunt lived with us, and I would feel guilty with her like cleaning, and she'd be like, "No, it's fine.
Like you have to recover too.
You do grocery shopping." No, well, I was doing grocery shopping for COVID, but before COVID, she would do it so that she can get out the house. But I would feel so guilty that she was doing all this stuff because it's like I should be. Of course,
you feel like you're the mom, like you have to be the one doing it all.
Like I have to do it all. But the second time around, she would come, she'll clean, and I'm like, thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Her sister will come and be like, so I cleaned the kitchen. Do you need me to do anything else? I'm like, can you fold? And then, I'm like, can you fold,
what else
please?
do you do?
And then there would be times I think while they were all doing like remote study, I would text the girls. I'm like, if I pick you up, can you please come over, do laundry, play with the kids? They're like, yes,
I'm gonna do more of that because I just kept my parents and my family like they offered my siblings, and I would sometimes turn them away.
No, girl, accept that. Tell them, but like, can you come here every Friday? I'll cook for you. I know. I have one more. Everything on my list was all about buying. Another thing on my list. What I did as a first-time mom, but I won't be doing as a second-time mom, is buying the expensive luxury travel system.
Oh my god, yeah.
And car seats that are convertible seats. I bought the brand Maxi Cozy.
Yeah.
That's a Lux brand. I had no idea it was a Lux brand. I just liked the color. And it was from Bye Bye Baby.
I got the Nuna car seat. Why? Because all the influencers say it's the best.
Yeah.
So I was influenced. I mean, it is a great car seat, but it is very expensive. Graco is just as good. We have a Graco now, like the convertible one, and I love it. No, it's great customer service. No issues.
And don't get me wrong, I don't have issues with my Maxi Cozy.
No, but
that shit is heavy. Like my convertible car seats are heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, he has Maxi Cozy, so I need to give her Maxi Cozy.
So you got both.
I got both.
Man.
I got both, but I was like, I got it on sale. I made sure I got it on sale with like a coupon. But I was like, I felt bad. I was like, I could give her a Graco, but I don't want her to be like, you love him more than me.
No, I get you. I was so caught up in like getting the best brands of everything, and honestly, now thinking back, I just think it's so comical. Like, I wish I could tell myself. Like, I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I wish I could go back and tell myself, do more research. Just because something looks cute doesn't mean nothing.
No, I did research though.
No, I didn't.
I got too obsessed with doing research. Like, I would literally spend like hours looking on YouTube, like safest car seat. Like that was the thing. Like I was so obsessed with like safety because I was so scared of something happening to Grayson because you guys know like I lost so I was just very, I don't know, it was a very toxic place.
I don't think it's toxic. No? I think it's just as a first-time mom, maybe too obsessed, but like in a sense you want to be like well informed. Yeah. Because as a first-time mom, I was not well informed. Yeah. I was not. With Sevilla, I was doing all this research, and when I found out like Maxi Cozy, yeah, it's a great brand, but it's expensive and you can get something better. Yeah. And with like everything, I'm like, damn, like I wish I knew this beforehand. Right. Which puts me to the last thing I have on my list, folate acid versus folic acid.
Oh yeah, folate. Yeah, folate
is essentially better
than
folic acid.
I know. Yeah.
So when I found out with, when I was preparing to have Cirilla, I made sure that whatever prenatal I got had folic
yeah.
acid.
Yeah. My first OB didn't mention anything to me. But luckily with my maternal fetal medicine doctor, he told me from the beginning. He was like,
oh, wow.
Actually, he told, when I had that conception appointment with him, and it was like May of 2021, and we conceived Grace in November. He told me, he's like, start taking them now. He's like, start taking the folate. And then he told me to take, I think it was like omega 3 with DHA or something like that. I took that like from the beginning when we were, trying, or even like before you start trying. It's just so important.
It's so important
because it's good for, what is it, like brain development?
Yeah, it's good for brain
spinal
development.
Something. Spinal bifida. What's it called? That thing?
Yeah.
Spinal bifida. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So I was just like, damn it.
Like there's a difference.
There's a difference.
And a lot of women don't know that. I had no idea until he told me that.
My doctors actually never said that. They just said, just make sure you take prenatal vitamins. You can go blah, blah, blah. So with Thane, and this was like way before I thought he was like autistic and like speech delay. I kind of was like, what is like the best of the best? And when I saw folic acid, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I could have been like taking this. So of course I went down like a whole rabbit hole, and I was like, it's my fault. He's autistic and this and that. So I mean, I know it's not.
No, yeah, of course. But as a first time mom,
mom at the time, and I'm pregnant, it's like, I took fucking Tylenol. Oh, I only did folic acid. I didn't do this and I didn't do that. It's my fault, girl. That's toxic.
Yeah,
that's toxic. Yeah. But I think everything that you did, I think it was just like being well informed.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely did try to be well informed with everything, every single thing. Yeah. Even like till this day, I'm always like researching.
Yeah, I'm always doing some sort of like research. Every time they're sick, I'm like Googling their symptoms. I'm like, alrighty, let's go. Tylenol.
Did you ever do the onion thing? Because I know you told me about that. I wonder if that really works.
I never
people swear by that,
but people swear by it. I do want to try it
because it it takes away like toxins,
like the toxins. Right? I did do it in like my house.
Okay.
But it smells like armpits after a while. And Abraham was like, get these onions out of my house. He's like, this doesn't work.
Amaris, you're crazy.
Yo, I like cut onions into 4. I like put it like where my bar cart is. I put it by the windows. I was putting it everywhere. And he was like, why does this stink? Like, what's that smell? I'm like, I saw a TikTok and I said, we're sick. We got COVID and this and that. He's like, are you kidding me? He was taking them down. He's like, this is going to trash. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm trying to get all my onions. My onions. I'm trying to purify the air.
Oh my God.
He's like, no, you're just wasting onions now. So yeah.
No, because I could just picture you guys. I can picture it. Oh, that is hilarious.
What are you doing with onions?
I can't with you. Oh my God.
Because they said it purifies the air.
TikTok said?
I'm like, TikTok said X, Y, and Z.
Oh gosh.
Like, what the hell? No.
Okay. I'm done. What else? Oh, I'm not going to keep the name a secret the next time around. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm just going to tell people. I'm gatekeeping that shit. I don't want people taking the name. Yeah. You never know. Someone else that I know is pregnant and they're thinking about naming. I got to claim that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Personally.
But I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever kept the kids' names. No, I didn't. I think once I announced it was a boy and it was a girl, I was like, their name was Cirilla Lease. Because hell yeah, I was freaking proud of picking my children's names. I put in
That is true, yeah. Yeah, we waited to tell everyone.
But also, like, you didn't know what
we were having. But we knew we had like names for boy and girl.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I knew. I was like, Thane, Valor, and Cirilla Lee's baby.
Well, no, Thane's name you announced at your baby shower, right?
Yeah, when I also did the gender
But Cirilla's? also you were no? Did you announce at her birth, or
No,
before?
I announced it. It definitely was before.
See, that's what I mean. Like I'm someone that like before I wouldn't tell people until like. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not telling people until my, even if I knew the gender. But I feel like the next time around, if I, have another baby, I'm just gonna tell people, like, I don't want people taking my name. I would be so upset. Yeah. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I remember years ago. I think this is when you went to ZR, came back, and you couldn't stay by yourself, so you stood over at your aunt's. We were talking about baby names, and you told me I couldn't take Victoria.
I said that.
You told me that.
I don't even like that name anymore.
Oh.
I mean, I do. I just don't like the nickname Vicky.
No. Ew.
That's so fun. I said that's mean. Why would I say that to you?
I don't know, because I also said you're not going to take whatever.
Oh,
I think Sawyer. I think I wanted to name my daughter, like, Sawyer. And I was like, don't take Sawyer. You're like,
okay. Okay. So it was like a mutual thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a...
Yeah. It wasn't like, bitch, don't take my name. Yeah. I always thought you were going to name my daughter Victoria. I thought you were still, like...
I love that name. I do. But...
Vicky is ugly.
Yeah. And
Vicky Icky. You're so sticky.
And, like, people would name her that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they will.
Just people make nicknames. Like,
I don't... Yeah. I'm curious to know what nicknames my kids are going to have in school. Thane and Cirilla. Well, Siri.
Siri, yeah. That's cute.
That is cute.
That is like, super cute. But Thane is just Thane. It's just short.
Thane.
Yeah. There's no really no anything for that. Grayson, I'm thinking maybe Gray. I call him Grayson.
Yeah.
But I could see people maybe calling him Gray. I don't know.
Yeah. Gray. Hey, yo, Gray.
Okay. Oh, I won't be scared to ask for help for my mental health.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. So like the second if I start having feelings of like postpartum depression or anxiety, like I'm bringing it up to my doctor, and I'm gonna go to therapy for it, because I'm telling you, had that nurse not said anything the first time around, like I would have kept that to myself, and I wouldn't have acted on,
Yeah. I don't learn. I kept that. I kept that to myself, and I think if I had a third one, I think I still would have kept it to myself, because that's what I'm just used to. I think,
but I feel like now you're much more open, especially now on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we try to advocate for it.
Yeah, I think I'm more open now because other people around me are like, oh yeah, I've been through that. So like you have been so open about it, so it makes me feel comfortable to like talk about it.
Right.
Have other people in my mom group that they were going through it or are continuing to go through it. It's just like, wow, like it's just not me.
Yeah.
So I think because I know it's not me, and I'm not gonna go into this crazy like psychosis, I would have just dealt with it and be like, okay, I understand this is what's going on, and let's just not live with it, but let's continue life. Let's move along. Give yourself grace.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. But you should go talk to your doctor.
Yes, it's important. Advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you as a mom got to make sure that you're happy. It'll make you a better parent.
It will. It will.
I wish I could go back and like give myself a hug. Girl.
Yeah, and I think that's why I was so sad during the Alone in the Hood episode? The fourth trimester of that episode. I think I was so sad because it's like I wish I could go back and like hug myself and tell her it was okay. So like that whole entire week, like I was in like I felt like I was back in like the whole postpartum like depression thing, because I kept thinking I wish I could give myself a hug. I wish I could tell her everything.
Because in that moment you think it like it's never gonna end. Like it just feels so like I don't know. Like you feel like you're gonna feel that way forever.
You're like in this fog.
It's so strange if you
if
you've been through it, then you know.
know.
I'm gonna meal prep and make like freezer meals because I didn't do that the first time around, and we were ordering food out all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom would come and help us make meals and stuff, but I definitely want to make sure that we have freezer meals. It's like one less thing to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, did you do that?
I didn't do freezer meals. I like meal prep for like a certain amount of days. So
okay,
I would do two different like proteins with like one side, and then if you wanted a side that I cooked with this protein, you can, and it helps. It helped a lot just to cook in bulk.
I'm definitely gonna do that, especially now that I know that my next one will be scheduled via C-section. I think it'll be easier to plan it out accordingly. Because I don't have to worry about like, oh, well, what if the baby comes this way? You know what I mean?
Right, because everything's frozen. So
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think meal prepping any way you can helps, even if it's just like cutting the vegetables, cleaning the meat, putting it in Ziploc bags with some sort of like salt and pepper.
Oh, and also making things for your milk supply too. That's a good thing to do. Like maybe do like protein bars or
overnight oats. What else?
Hell yeah, that's very
chocolate milk, like hot chocolate. There's a certain hot chocolate that you make it and it.
My mom used to make that. Yeah, my mom used to come and make that for me all the time, girl. What else? I would see a pelvic floor specialist. That's something I still haven't done. Have you?
No, but I need to.
I need to.
You know the amount of times I sneeze, cough, or jump, and I do a little tinkle.
And I have back issues now. I do, and I posted something in my local moms group, and I said, I'm looking for like a chiropractor. Who do you recommend? But everyone said go see a pelvic floor specialist.
Yeah,
because that happens like after you have a baby. Like you think it's like a back problem, but it's really connected to your, I don't know,
like to your core. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've always had back posture. That's why I'm like always hunched over. Like I've always been like that my entire life. But a pelvic floor therapist, yes, go see one or do Pilates because that really helps that area. But yeah,
I'll probably do that like during pregnancy too, if I could. I don't know if I could actually. But
right.
Whatever the case.
Whatever the case is, just figure all that out, guys.
Yeah, girl. And then the last one that I have is that I will do more skin to skin. I didn't do enough of that, and I regret that so much. Yeah, it makes me sad.
Oh, it's okay, girl.
It makes me really sad that I didn't do enough of it. I kept telling myself, oh, I have so much time, and then the time flew, and then you know, and then you don't get that time back.
Yeah, with Thane, I didn't do as much. I did when he was like a newborn, but then after a while, I just stopped.
Yeah.
With Cirilla, I'm like, nope, skin to skin. So I like had a plan in place. I think it was like her second feeding of the day, right before her nap. I would like breastfeed her and have the haka here, so if I had a letdown, it's cool. And I would get her completely out of her clothes, and I'm like I'm topless, and I would like breastfeed her. Once I was done, plopped her up here, had a blanket, did the haka, and I would lay there from from 10 a.m. until like 11:30, 12. Just like
that was your routine.
That was my routine every single day in my postpartum room. It was great. Thane would come in for his nap, and I would just put him down to sleep next to me, and it was just pure bliss. I'm like, yes. This is everything.
How did you? I know you had help with Abraham and stuff, but how did you do with 2 babies essentially? Like how?
So
was it hard for you? Like
it was.
Because I'm thinking about like how if I were to get pregnant, I don't know when I'm planning to, but if it were to happen soon or whatever, like how do you do it 2 small kids?
So with me, I think it works.
Because it sounds so effortlessly.
Because Thane played by himself.
I was gonna say Thane has always he was a great baby. He was the best baby.
He was
so happy. He was so happy. Content.
He will run around, play by himself.
Yes,
he would bring a book over, and it's all about like the newborn is like on you, and then you just tell the toddler, bring the book over and come here, let's do it. Sometimes he wouldn't like listen. He would like actually hate it, but
yeah,
it's kind of like you can't be upset that I'm not spending time with you right now because I'm feeding her.
And then how would you do like meals like for him and stuff? Like, and like make sure that you were playing with him. Like how did you work all that out?
So during her naps, because when they're infant and a baby, they like nap 1,000 times a day.
Yeah.
The playpen was in the living room, which is where we played.
Okay.
I would plop her in there, and when she's napping, I would dedicate all my time to him. So we would eat, we would do things together, and then she would wake up, and it's like, play by yourself. I have to feed Cirilla. I have to do this. She's down for a nap. Okay, let's go play.
Okay.
So it's just that like back and forth time. And then I have the play gate. Cirilla will play in there. Thane will do his thing, and I kind of would just like switch.
Okay.
So it's all about like switching, and then not only does both kids learn how to play independently, but then you can try to leave for like a second where you gotta like do the dishes or something like that, and they're just both playing independently in their own areas.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how I did it. And then there were times where like nothing was working. I was like, all right,
yeah.
Can I get an order pizza?
I have one. Don't wish away the newborn days. I'm trying to think what I meant by that.
Like the infant days.
Yeah, I guess like when they're newborns, because it's in the moment. It's so hard because you're so sleep deprived, and you just feel like it's just never gonna get easier. But I think with my next one, I am going to make an effort to enjoy all the moments, even if they're hard, because now I understand how fast it all goes. Like now I have a better perception of the time. Yeah, I feel like,
I don't think I ever was like that, because I think the toddler stage is rough. Toddler stage is horrible.
This stage that I'm in with Grayson is hard.
It's terrible.
Like 15 to 18 months. That's what the pediatrician told me. So she was like, 15 to 18 months, it's brutal. She said it just. She said these are tough. Yeah. Tough months. She said brace yourself, but you're gonna get through. And that's what she said.
Wow. Yeah. No, I love the infant. I mean, as terrible as the sleep is, it's just.
But now looking back, I miss it. Now looking back, I'm like, wow, it was easy. But in that moment, I mean, I didn't feel that way. I felt like it was hard. But then I'm like, well, it was hard maybe because I had postpartum depression.
And you also had a C-section.
And I had a C-section.
So everything hurts.
Everything hurts.
You have a C-section. Yeah. I have one last one that I just thought about it. If I were to have another child, I won't be as obsessed and crazy for when my milk supply will come in, because I will say with breastfeeding, waiting for your milk supply to kick in drove me crazy both times. I think it drove me crazy the second time because I knew what was coming and all the signs, and not being so like me, and I feel so bad. I remember calling Abraham and I was like, I need a warm towel. I'm in gorgeous fuck. Everything hurts. It feels like needles are coming out of me. And I'm like explaining to him like what I want. He doesn't give it to me, and I'm like, forget about it. I'll just do it. Aww. And then like I grab myself like a warm towel to like get a whole like letdown and stuff like that. But not being so crazy before my milk supply comes in.
I think same. My milk, I think it took a while, and because at the hospital I didn't even have colostrum. What is it called? Colostrum. Nothing was coming out, so I had to give Grayson formula at the hospital because there was nothing. He wasn't getting anything, and then he couldn't latch, so I couldn't like pump. And I don't even think I tried. I think I gave up at the hospital when I got home. I was like, this isn't gonna work. And then I remember we were watching a movie or show, and then I was feeling like the needles, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? What is this? And then Blue was like, go get your manual pump. Let's see if anything comes out. And then all this milk was coming. I was like, oh shit. Like, It was so cool. Like it's just cool what your body knows what it's. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Your body knows what it has to do. So like don't stress it.
Mm-mm. Don't stress out. It's gonna come when your body's ready.
When your body's ready, and if it doesn't, like that's okay too.
Yeah, like it could come like the 4th day, 5th day, 6th, 7th day.
I think mine was like the 4th or 5th day.
Yeah, mine was like between 4 and 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it was like in the middle of the night on like day 4, and then like the next day on like day 5, it was like I was like leaking everywhere. I was like, oh my god, I got a pump.
Yeah, those were funny days, man. I had to wear nursing pads everywhere.
Oh my god! And if you didn't, forget about it. It was getting everywhere. And then I think it also stains clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
your sheets.
There will be times I'll wake up and I'm like wet, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh my god, I got a pump. Yeah, I don't miss those pumping.
No, days. And then like you get like the postpartum night sweats too. So it's just not the combo is just not it.
You're just wet everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, now I gotta shower. Or I hate when you shower, it's nice and warm, and then I'm like, I gotta pump right now.
Like, you gotta be careful with the warm water.
Mm-hmm, because the vibration and everything and the heat just gets
your body gets confused and it thinks it's like
it's like, oh, that's what we're doing. We need more milk. Okay, let's go. And you're just like, no, please stop.
I remember I used to have to shower like facing my back.
Oh, like that. Yeah. And I'll be like, okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Funny times.
Funny time. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. We hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.